Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Salt City Live podcast. Good afternoon, Nick.
Hey, Phil.
How are you?
It's the first time I've seen you today.
I know it's been kind of crazy. Been in Kansas City this morning for some Ford meetings. Came back putting everything together, trying to put a whole day's worth of work in a couple hours. Kind of crazy. So, hey, anyway, get the chat lines coming. Any questions you might have about Salt City racing? But first, let's kick off this weekend at Dodge City. Kyler can't join us. He's getting things ready to go for a 2-day show for the Dave Garman Memorial.
Yep, the Rebel Late Model Series. It's going to be a big race. Saturday night, late models pay $4,000 to win, and it's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah. So, had a good couple of weeks races that last. Well, I shouldn't say couple. One, we qualified and had another race there at Hayes last night. So, last night, God, I can't spit all that. I got too many things in my head. Last weekend, so. Good car count there, so hopefully a lot of those guys are going to come to Dodge City. What else is running to Dodge City besides the late models?
Friday night, it looks like they are running stock cars, 500 to win and 100 to start. And Saturday night, they're going to run hobby stocks, 500 to win, 100 to start. And both nights, they're going to run sport mods and IMCA A mods. And Saturday night, IMCA A mods are going to pay $2,000 to win. So,
okay, so that should bring out some A mods too. So,
yeah, I know the two 3J cars will be there this weekend. So,
yeah. So anyway, Kyler couldn't join us because he's getting things ready to go, and I don't blame him a bit. Trying to get a 2-day show put together takes a lot of time and effort. So, Kyler, thanks again for everything you do for Salt City. But everybody, 2 nights of racing at Dodge City should be a lot of fun. It's a nice drive out there. It's not a bad drive going straight out 400. Nope. Coming from Wichita, it's really nice, and several towns you get to go through and stuff like that too. 2.5 hours to get there. I get it's a little bit of a distance, but I tell you, that facility is the best facility in the state of Kansas.
Yeah, it sure is. And they're the only dirt in the place is the dirt on the racetrack, and I really like it because when we get done with a night of racing, you're still relatively clean and you're just not full of dirt everywhere, and it's good time.
No kidding. So if you're a fan, if you haven't been to Dodge City, I'm telling you, it's worth your drive to get out there. And of course, it's going to be a lot of fun with the late models and all the AMCA classes. And if it pays $2,000 to win in a mod, there ought to be some good mods running around there too for that.
Yeah, come on, guys, let's go.
So anyway, hey, next Friday, June 20th, Salt City Racing back on track again.
Yep.
And we're running our IMCA classes and late models again too, right?
And the United Rebel late models will be in action next Friday night at Salt City as well, along with the IMCA modified stock cars, hobbies, and sport mods. So I always want to call them B mods, but they're sport mods.
Kind of the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, kind of the same thing.
Kind of the same thing. So lots of exciting stuff coming up. Nick and I will be over in Hutch tomorrow delivering more tickets and things to our sponsors, which we'll get through our sponsors at the end of the show and show you everybody that's on there. And can't thank everybody enough. Of course, B&B Hydraulics, Murphy Tracker and Equipment, just a couple of them to name from that part. We'll get through all of them here at the end of the show and give you everybody a big clap and a round of applause for everything they're doing to keep Salt City alive, moving in that right direction. Then I guess the next big thing is the
Salt City 100.
July 18th and 19th.
I mean, it's going to be here before you know it. I mean, I can't believe it's already the beginning of June. So,
okay.
And can you believe we raced 3 times in the month of May over in Hutch?
That's great. Awesome. Love it. So we know we can do it. We can have more fun with it next year. That's plan of attack for next year, getting more races and stuff too. So anyway, the Salt City 100. Ken Schrader, talked to him again last week. He's pumped and coming. So you A-Mod guys, if you don't know this already, he's going to be racing with you both Friday and Saturday. We're running A-Mods both nights. Ken doesn't have anything that can compete with us or race with us other than the A-Mod, so that's why we decided to go ahead and race him both nights. He will do an autograph session on Friday and an autograph session on Saturday, and then we're planning to have a party midday down at Salt City Brewery down on Main Street, and I'll get Ken down there too. For sending autographs and stuff like that too. But also Ken will be back live on our show here in a couple of weeks. He's pumped. He's excited to come, and it'll be fun to see how Ken can race with us.
I think he's probably going to fare pretty well.
I'm pretty sure he is too. So anyways, the Salt City 100 on the 18th and 19th, 100 lapper again. I got to get on the phone again with Tommy, make sure we got everything dialed in there, but I'm pretty sure we do. We've learned a lot about this track prep this year. From that part. So exciting stuff.
Pretty exciting. So can't wait to have that race again. Going to be a lot of good cars. I think I expect to have more cars for that deal than we did last year. I know last year, the weather was kind of sketchy leading up to that, but and then I think some of them just kind of really weren't sure exactly what to expect when they came over to Hutch, but I'm pretty sure we put on a pretty good show for them. So they should all be excited to come back and then some. So can't wait to get them back for another 100 laps at the big half mile.
It's going to be sponsored by the Evans Building Construction. So
Yep.
J.D. Johnson, Bill Johnson, thank you for making that race happen and keep it on our schedule. Rob Gertz, sure wish you could race at least every other weekend. Well, that is our plans down the road, Rob. We just had to kind of get things situated at the first last year, and now we got this year under our belt. Got a lot of exciting races still coming this year. This is exciting too. So that is one thing that we are working towards with this racetrack. Just got to keep the sport there, got to keep the people in the stands, and keep everybody supporting that Salt City racing and keep that racetrack alive instead of dying from that part. So we'll get Ken Schrader. Maybe we get Ken on next week and have to talk to Ken from that part too.
Yep.
So what else you got on your list, buddy?
Nothing. Just everybody get your stuff together. Let's get out to Dodge. It's going to be an awesome race this weekend for the Dave Garvin Memorial Friday night and Saturday night. And then, of course, June 20th again, Rebel late models back in Hutchinson in the IMCA classes. We are going to start. We're going to push the races back just 30 minutes. So we're going to start hot laps at 7, and we're going to race at 7:30. So
which night?
Friday night, June 20th at Hutch.
June 20th. Okay.
Yep. We're going to race at 7:30. That's going to give us, it's going to be twofold there. So it's going to give everybody an extra 30 minutes to get off work and get to the racetrack and get in the stands. And then that's just going to be another 30 minutes closer to sunset. So that's going to help the racetrack and make it even that much better. So we'll try that out and see how it works.
Okay, Rick Amarad, I'm still working on selling laps for the USAC Silver Crown race. Yes, since Jim Petty passed away, he was our main man for selling those laps. And you know more about where we're at with that. You can kind of update everybody on that too.
So Troy Batson is, a guy that's been around the racing scene forever and ever. And he's actually a parts delivery driver for Portman Auto Supply. And we buy a lot from Portman Auto Supply here in the dealership. And he walked into my office one day and was just kind of talking to me about stuff. And I said, well, you probably don't want another project on your plate, do you? And he says, oh, I don't know. And I said, well, we've got this lap sponsorship for the Salt City 100. And you probably know a lot of these guys that are on this list. And so he agreed to kind of take it and kind of go through it and kind of see what all was there and what all was missing. And he's kind of enlisted Rick there to help him out. And so those guys have done a heck of a job kind of helping me get back up to speed on that deal. So, so he brought me an updated list today of laps that were sold. And it's going to be kind of up to me, I think, to go out and collect some of the money and some of that stuff. But we'll get on that here soon. And but yeah, those guys have been a huge help to me. And just so much stuff going on, just another one of those things.
So if you want to get on the lap count, $100 per lap, and get a hold of Rick Amarad or
Troy Batson,
or come in and see Nick or I, and we'll get you set up and get your laps
either way
paid
we'll
for,
get you in there.
And make that happen for your partner. And I know what's going to happen with all of us trying to sell those laps. We're going to double sell, but Jim sold doubles on some of these races, on some of these laps last year too. So not an issue. We're just here to raise some money, have some fun, but we want to do it in memorial of Jim Petty.
Yep.
The other night I was talking, I can't remember who I was talking to, and I said, man, I need Jim Petty on the phone so I could talk to him. He would know the answer. Oh, I know what the deal was when we had the 360 sprint cars there in Hutch. I was told by the Hahn Group that he won the very first sprint car race in 1971. Emmett did.
Yeah. There's
a couple people questioned that, but I don't know. That's what they told me from that part. Of course, they end up running, I think they ran third or second or third.
I think you ran second. You got Hafer team there at the end.
So I'd like to know that stat, but if we don't have Jim Petty, we don't really know the stat.
He's got them all memorized. He knows everything that's ever happened over there. So
yeah. So wish Jim was still around. We could talk for hours about the stuff that Jim Petty knows and what he knew and everything else about racing. One of the greatest historians there was about Salt City racing and any kind of dirt track racing there was out there from that part. Of course, he knew a lot of people in the racing world too, from that part. So anyway, Salt City 100, July 18th, 19th, June 20th, Salt City racing. But then this weekend is Friday, Saturday, Dodge City.
So can't wait.
Going to be fun, exciting. Anybody got any questions? Nothing coming over there? Daryl, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good morning. It seems like morning for me already, doesn't it? From that part. So Anyway, Nick, anything else? Everybody, I'm glad we got on here a little bit to talk about what's going on, where we're headed. Everybody get it on your calendars, get your schedule, get your friends, get your neighbors, get your whoever you can to get to that racetrack.
Yep.
On next June 20th.
Yep. We need to get our sponsors up. Let's get our sponsor video going. Let's go through all of our sponsors. We've got some new ones to add, or new ones that we have added. And so let's go through them.
B&B Hydraulics are presenting sponsor for 2025. Bill Speakman and I'm getting out of touch. I can't get it. Go. You're
Murphy
next.
Tractor.
We got to make it a little bit longer, Gus. Evans Building Construction. JD and John and Bill, thank you for the Salt City 100.
Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They want to be your friends.
There you go. Pro Value Insurance. They're right there in Hutchinson. Great insurance provider. If you're looking for some insurance, make sure you give those guys a call.
BG Products. They make the best oil products on the planet, and we can prove it to you.
Sure do. Anyway, Superior Boiler, it's their VIP night on June 20th. So thank you guys there from Superior Boiler. We're excited to have you.
Weber Auto Glass, thank you to them. Make sure we get plenty of water on that racetrack with that water truck sponsorship.
Yes, exactly. Hutch Auto Body and Repair, Ken Hunnell, thank you for everything you do for Salt City Racing. Appreciate it.
Ox Materials, and then the next one, Andale Ready Mix. Thank you to those guys, man. They fix all of our wall panels, and they got some cool looking ones back there with the custom stamping in them. And maybe one of these days we'll sell some sponsorships on them.
There you go. So if you're interested in that, let us know. Hempel Oil, thanks for giving us some diesel fuel to keep those implements running around the racetrack.
Quality Body Shop, those guys they paid to fix our gates, so we got all new gates, and then they have their push truck.
And then Lowen Corporation did all the wrap on the pace truck and did all the banners you see hung up is done by Lowen Sign there in Hutchinson.
Construction Rental helping us with some extra lighting at the racetrack and a telehandler, and can't thank them enough.
Senior Electric, Dusty Moore, and thank you for the lights that you guys now see on there, the Wayland lights.
Can Equip, they provide us with a big tractor to help us pull around our picker. Haven't been using that as much lately.
Yeah, and Hutch Juco, right there, kind of neighbors to the racetrack. So Hutch Juco, thank you for participation of that.
Pizza Ranch, they provide all of the food for our VIP nights. Awesome spread with those guys.
Egbert Liquor and Roy, thank you for supplying this liquid refreshments for the VIP nights.
Central Spray Foam and Cement Lifting, sponsors of the Winter Circle at Salt City Racing.
AutoZone, getting the zone. So excited to have those guys on board. We did a nice little sponsorship this year. We've already been talking to them about bigger and better things for next year.
Woodwork Manufacturing, large pedigree of racing in that family, and just proud to have them on board.
Jim Vision, thank you for all your videos and everything you're doing to promote not just Salt City, but everywhere you go. You do some awesome videos.
Heartland Credit Union, thank you to those guys for stepping up and being a sponsor for us, and look forward to seeing you at the races.
Scott's Professional Landscaping for the Yellow Flag sponsor.
That's right, and to keep your grass looking green.
There you go.
Roy's Pit Barbecue.
Some bad barbecue, isn't it?
Oh, man, it's great.
Bob Gertz Auto Repair right there in Hutchinson, been around a long, long time. Thank you for your participation and partnership with Salt City.
Get Shit Done Coffee Company, proud sponsor of the Home of the Hustle, Hard Charger.
And his Auto Hail Dent Repair, all from Frank Sell. Frank, thank you for putting both your companies in there and participating, buddy. Appreciate it.
Richardson Brothers Construction, John and Ross. Can't thank those guys enough for all their support they've given us around the entire city of Hutchinson.
Jackson Meat is also participating with the Egbert Liquor to keep us fresh and liquefied, ready to go on the VIP nights.
Hydrated. Hutch Towing and Recovery. They help us out with the tow truck at the racetrack. Can't thank those guys enough. They do a lot of help. Elliott
Mortuary. Tom, can't thank you enough. Everything and for every race that you're doing to help support Salt City Racing.
Bradbury Company, they're a good sponsor. They purchase a lot of tickets to every race, hand out their employees and customers.
Apex Shears, got that big out of the water truck running around there, but again, it was their VIP the last time there, and they turned out in full fashion.
That's right. Color by Design, helping us out with some paint them infield tires. So
Donna's Pool and Patio. Don't forget to get out there and buy your ticket to win that hot tub. One ticket for $5, 5 for $20.
And Hutchinson Regional Medical Center. We're going to have a kids' night by Hutchinson Regional Medical Center here one of these days soon. We'll more on that coming up. And then, of course, the Mel Hamilton Group.
The Mel Hamilton Group. Everybody have a great night. Let's go racing this weekend in Dodge City. And then next Friday we'll be over in Hutchinson for the IMCA classes and the Rebel late models. So everybody have a great night. If you got any questions, anything whatsoever, give us a call. Everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.